Hello and welcome back to another episode of World of Warcraft Hardcore. My name is Syken and today we're continuing the World of Warcraft Hardcore series of our Paladin, Syken Heals. Today I got a couple of solo quests or solo quest areas. We're starting in the hinterlands. It's going to be hinterlands, Swamp of Sorrows, back and forth a little bit, and we are also, if all of that is done, are going to look for another area, maybe Feralis, because we haven't done that yet. I figured I've done a lot of group content lately, so maybe it is about time to do a little bit more single content. We got the world buffs, we got Onyxia, Dragon Slayer, we got ZG, and we got individual buffs, so we should actually be rocking right now. I like what I'm seeing. So, we don't have a lot of quests in the hinterlands. One is troll tribal necklaces, so these guys here are potential candidates to be killed, but that is a starter for a longer quest line. Let's start with an easy 3-person game. Got a new weapon, by the way, out of Zul'Gurub. One that is very fast and that increases the block chance. So I think that, together with our seal, should actually be quite good. We're seeing that the trolls themselves are not necessarily getting us way further below 50%. They do have execute, so we gotta be careful with that. I'm not going to risk getting into execute range, which is 20% or lower. So yeah, maybe AoE pulling on those guys isn't the best choice, which brings me to option number 2. If we can't AoE pull, we're going to take our nice little weapon and we're going to grind them down. That's always the alternative, eh? Let's see how quickly we can do that. So typically we were with single mobs on more or less even level, we were at around 30 seconds per mob. So we're going to see if that still holds true or if it doesn't. Good. Let's give it a go. We're going to use any extravagant mana, just the standard to hit. And our normal two-hand weapon, but I think we're a little bit quicker now, thanks to all of the buffs, so that's actually a kill speed that is quite respectable, which also means we don't necessarily need to do like a hardcore group pull thing. I'll let the stopwatch just run, and we're fast forwarding the 5 troll tribal necklaces for you. Alright, done. 7.5 minutes. I think that's, by the way, maybe misrepresenting just how fast I was. I killed like almost everything in here. It was just a matter of really low drop rate. We need to check those cages as well, which I've totally forgotten about, so we want to stay just a tiny bit longer with the trolls, but you can see that we're doing a pretty sizable amount of damage. And I didn't even need to drink up in between. The buffs are definitely carrying quite a bit. So, gotta check these two, and then we're good. that scalper down first. Putting in Stormfall. Because I want to make sure that we're taking the least amount of damage as we're 200 at the moment. The Zealot should be fine. Wow, we're critting super nicely. Love it. Good, that should not spawn anything, right? I was just checking up on the cages. Cool. First cage checked, second cage checked, and then there's a third cage. Alright, I suppose we're up for more cage checking, and once that is done, our troll escapades should be okay for now. There is a bit of a cleanup, but we will need to kill a lot of oozes, which are a little bit above our level, but I think if we trade in both of the quests we should get a bit closer, and I know that there are follow-up quests, so that'll be fine. Let me just get these guys here all the way up the mountain, and I'll fast forward it for you. Good little interruption. We found ourselves a distress beacon, which is nice because that one is here and will be a very long escort quest. We're going to do that when we're on the last step of our Cornelius Riddle quest, because that leads us all the way to the beach, and there we can also get our 14-step backpack. But for that we will first of all need to do the pre-quests, so there's a bit more wood to chop. There's a bit more wood to chop. Alright, fast forward. Alright, we're almost done with getting to that next cage. It should be around here. It's right over there.
That spell is
Let's quickly get that Venom Blood down, and then we get the cage, and we're done here. There we go. Solved. Yeah, with world buffs, the Pala DPS is actually very much palatable. Good. We got 2 quests to trade in, and that's exactly what we're going to do right now. For security measures, we're always riding with sword and shield, and I'll fast forward to the trade-in. Alright, back to the Wildhammer camp. Let's do a quick trade-in over here.
Interest you on a pint? Off with you. Very good. You got my attention. Watch your
Go
back.
trade in more troll necklaces. We almost got enough, so if we were to farm a little bit more, then we could do that for reputation. Next up, we're trading in the other quest,
What's on your mind?
which is the cages quest.
Keep your feet on the ground.
Now we need to search the altar of Zul, which is going to be a little bit more dangerous. That is where we did the pallet. There are elite mobs around there. Alright, I reached the altar. What I am going to do is a security measure. I don't want to just run down here and then perpetually trigger all of these mobs. So what we're going to do instead is we're just killing each and every last one of them, and then we are going to rush up and rush back down. We're likely going to aggro the elite, but we do have hammer plus bubble, Which should be more than enough to just move away. We unfortunately don't have swiftness potion, which would be perfect for that occasion. But it is what it is. Alright, let me clear the way. Good. The way here is plastered with corpses. We left no one standing. Let's make sure that we're not accidentally pulling the elite. Not sure if we can solo get this guy. Trying. No, we cannot. Alright, mission abort. But that's okay. We're just going to try again. Oh wow. Twilight Acolyte, level 7, 27, Twilight Lorsia, 26, 24. Wow, full wipe in Black Fathom Depth. Holy smokes. Alright, we're moving up. Line of sight, we're still good. Shadow Word Pain is a bit annoying. We can dispel that. And we're out of combat. I still have my finger over my bubble, just in case a project I would have flown in. Cool, we got this one. Altar of Zul, let's complete it. Let's go, boys. Good. Time to trade in the quest, and then there is an interesting follow-up that will lead us very far away.
What can I do for you?
We now need to go to the Blasted Lens, which is all the way down there. So, time for us to Hearthstone to Booty Bay, fly over, get to the Blasted Lens, trade that in, which will then lead us back up here, but we're also doing Cortello's Riddle as part of the whole show. So, let's get on to our Griffin and call it a day. Because that is a very long flight. No, we're not calling a day. We're going to do that quest line.
How are you?
Cool.
Very good.
Good, just arrived at the Netherine Castle. It's one of those quests that should read if you're willing to travel ... It'll give you quite a bit of experience, but you need to do like very specific steps in order to do that. The next one after this, if I remember correctly, is Zul'Farrak, so we can't do it right away, but that doesn't matter because we can still continue the quest. I want to do at least one more run in Zul. It's good XP, and Tanaris is an interesting location nonetheless, so that's very likely going to be like the next run anyway, so it's just an extra quest for the run.
Off with you. Watch your back. Off with you.
Good. Is that... Okay, so that one is no longer relevant, and yeah, Necron's medallion, it was Zul'Farrak, yeah, I was right. Okay, so that's fine, we can do it the next run. We're going to do Cortello's Riddle now, really quickly. Unfortunately, we're a little bit too low for any of the quests here. It's more kind of a level 50 zone. So we're just going to ignore all of the quests here for now. The repeatable ones will be great for later, specifically the one that gives extra stamina. We're just going to rush straight for Cortello's Riddle, which is up here, and then call it a day from there, and search for a new zone. I think Feralis might be the right place, to be honest. We have one more quest to trade in on the other continent in Duskwater Marsh, which is called Tiaras of the Deep. That's another Zul'Farrak quest that I already did. So the idea would be basically get over here, get the quest, move back, and then potentially fly to Desolate and begin to move down. So that's the overall idea. Swamp of Sorrows, interesting region, but we've already cleared everything that we could here, so we've out-leveled that zone. Let's do Cortello's Riddle now. At this little bridge here, right in the water, is the scroll. Get the parchment, solve the remaining riddle, which will lead us... Wait. Cortello's Riddle, another step? No. Oh yeah, well, that fits like glove in hand. There was another step in Duskwater Marsh, which I so coincidentally have chosen as the next location. So we get Tiaras of the Deep, Cortello's Riddle step 2 before the Hinterland step is step 3. And then we're going to go to Feralis and are going to quest there. It's a bit unfortunate because I could have used the world buffs for more grinding, but I think I'll get another solid 30 minutes out of them, so that'll be potentially worth one more quest. Let me first of all get to the other continent. Alright, just handed in the first quest. That's Onyx's lair down here, so we don't want to overstay our welcome. Just handed in the first quest, the Tiara of the Deep. You can see we're down to 23 minutes. I stopped in Ironforge and just got our engineering up. Built myself 70 iron grenades, so even if we're out of world buffs, we should have some substantial additional damage, and I'm intending to use all of them. So we gotta get in there. This time these guys only have a lash. Let's see if we're getting 4 of them. Will that be okay? Definitely good grenade damage. I like that. These guys are not running away, so that's good as well. And it is quite normal, but additional ones are going to add, so that's no biggie right there. Kill speed isn't bad with the AoE approach. And these guys might even drop meat that I can use for cooking. Raptor Flesh, definitely something that I can use in Raptor Eggs as well. So yeah, overall not bad. Let's heal up and do it again. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go. 1, 2. That fresh ability starts to annoy. That knockdown is a bit annoying. Okay, so that's about as much as I can handle without bubbling or drawing any additional cooldowns. Still fine, but yeah, not needing to pull way more than that, and we matter of fact don't need to pull any more of that. We just got the quest and we're going to say peace out. Thank you. Been fun with all of you. Oh wait, there's still a little bit of ore in here. Right there. Okay, yeah, so I'll mine that and then we're on our way to Feralis, which is our next quest location. Okay, so we finally made it to Feralis and to the island of Feralis. I collected the first quest here because it is relatively easy, but there is a follow-up quest which is not easy, and that's the one that we're going to do now. Fighting against naughty Nagas. Let's do that quest. We're going to take down the, or we're going to go to the lower island, and we do have a couple of quests over here which are going to be interesting. Overall, we've traded in quite a bit of quests and are already like 1/3 to level 47, which is good. The new weapon, or the two-handed weapon spec that I'm using, works very well. Unfortunately, against these Nagas, AoE grinding doesn't work very well because they do have a pushback and half of them are casters, so that's kind of AoE is out of the window. But the rest still works relatively well. We gotta be careful crossing this section here. I remember that there were areas of tired that is different, or fatigue that is different to normal drowning mechanic. You simply cannot stay in fatigued water for too long. Just double checking that there is also nothing underneath the waterline. There is, but I am feeling confident that I can handle those coastal crabs. The biggest red bar is right here against Lord Shalzuro, so that indeed seems to be a very, very dangerous quest. As a matter of fact, almost the only red spots, so holy smokes. Let's be careful. Alright, quick check online reveals that the biggest problem here is that these Nagas are running. Well, I have just the right medicine for that, which is our Seal of Justice, an anti-run seal. But I can see there's going to be a tight tunnel, and they also have a net ability. You can already put one and one together. People are not able to run out of here. Average victim is 45. That's exactly our weaker. So gotta be just respectful and not over aggro. Alright.
Too far away. Can't cast that yet. That spell isn't
Alright, several of the comments in the actual quest specifically call out that you should not do this quest solo. We're going to attempt it nonetheless. I mentioned that I wanted a little bit of a challenge, and we can't just always shy away. It seems like the solo quest in our level is okay for it. So the biggest challenge is that all of the mobs do have slow abilities, net and frost bolts. These guys here have blizzard and frost bolts, so that in itself, of course, is a bit of a difficult situation. We do have frost aura though, so if I really would need to run away, we can pull that up.
Recharging.
So famous last words, we should be fine. Let me clear all of this. Fast forward for you. Alright, so first observation. This cave is huge, and there are just a lot of Nagas in here. Boy, there are a lot of Nagas in here.
I'm out of range. I can't cast that.
I have no doubt why people are dying left and right here. It's almost impossible to solo pull all of them without like getting into the respawn. This is massively overcrowded in this cave. So we gotta be really careful. I got rid of the patrols, so we can kind of single target these guys. Just gotta be careful. Not to draw in any ads. You can see it is quite densely populated. Alright, so respawns at the entrance are happening, which means I have around 7-8 mobs that I have killed before we're going to stand right in the middle of respawns. It also means that this is the last moment in time where I could just get out and rethink what we're doing, but I'm committed now.
That spell is can't cast that yet. Still recharging. That spell is still recharging.
Frost Aura is really good in this dungeon in particular.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Helps to resist all of the frost spells. So many enemies in here, unbelievable.
Still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. Still recharging. I can't cast that yet.
If we would be playing poker, we would call this a full house.
Recharging. I can't cast that yet.
And I think this is him. The Lordship himself. Alright, let me clear parts of the room. Okay, this is where the difficult part starts. 2 more mobs and then him +2. Maybe if I pull him in a clever way, It's just hit +1.
That spell is charging. Can't cast that yet.
Alright. Different aura. Let's very carefully fight here. Don't want to aggro any of these. Now that's slightly back whenever she's not casting. I think Star Frost Aura are actually doing really well. Good. Kings to get more max hit points. And we're going to pull that Serpent Guard first in the hopes of it just triggering the Lord and not something else. Alright, buff food, just in case. Good, got everything ready. It's not going to get any better than this. Just him and the Lord. That's not too bad. Immediately starting with maximum FPS. Even willing to Hammer of Wrath here. That's a miss. Okay, I want to play it safe. So let's make sure that this guy doesn't run, and I think we're going to be okay. Respawn has already reached that point. It's one of those caves where I think we will need to just Hearthstone out. There's the relic. We've done very well overall. I'm happy with how that has gone. But fighting through another 40-ish Nagas, potentially not the best idea. I'd rather take my Hearthstone and accept an equal amount of travel time, but play it safe. There's maybe even like a skip that I don't know, but I don't want to take any risks. So that was a tough quest. That was a very tough one. Good. After a short travel period from Booty Bay, we finally made it back to Feralis. It was a safer option, to be honest, and I don't regret doing it. Took overall like what, 15 minutes. Would have been the same either way. So straight in the quest. And let's finalize the quest. Decent experience and the thrill of having done a difficult quest. Mail plate. 12 stamina. You know, I think ours is still better. Yeah, ours is still better. This one here gives more when we're selling it. So we're going to do exactly that. 16 agility mail, yeah, that's hunter mail right there.
Be careful.
Hello.
Good job. So, lots of fishing supplies here. Not surprisingly. Good. So, with the exception of a level 51 quest that we're not going to do right now, we already have all of the quests, so let me get to the mainland. Alright, time for us to take the boat to the mainland. Let's get it going. I booked a nice little cabin here. Single service, of course, so let's lay down and relax a little bit. Okay, so there are a couple of quests, repeatable quests here. Zapping the giants and slaying these water elementals. I am just at the level where I'm not going to do it because they can range up to level 50. It's a perfect quest if you're level like 47, 48, but with 46 this year is just a pain in the rear. It's not even necessarily dangerous, but it's just, yeah, it takes a while, and getting all of these guys down takes even longer. Alright. On the other side, we need these creatures here, which we're going to just get, and then take the creature spirits. And there's a missing courier a little bit further to the south, which we're going to take as well. What we don't want is aggro one of the giants. That would be unwise. These guys are a little bit tougher. Alright. Fast forward, getting a couple of the creatures down, and actually getting to the quest. Good. We are at the position where we need to go into the water. Just need to be careful not to aggro any of the giants. Water elementals are not so much of a difficulty because they only have water-based or frost-based attacks, and with our aura we're rocking 65 frost resist. That is quite respectable for just leveling here.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Perfect. We need to hand over the boat wreckage, but we're going to do that in due time. For now, let's move on. We need one more screecher and then Yeti hides, plenty thereof, as well as Gorduni broods. These are ogres. So, fast forward to the screechers. Good. So, we are back up here on the hill, and it's time for some thick Yeti hides. Let's kill a couple of Yetis. Maybe a beacon drops. There is still a beacon quest, so a delivery quest, and funnily enough, I got the Hinterland beacon and the Tenaris beacon already, so if this one here drops, we would have all three mechanical chicken beacons, which would get us to a situation where I think we could get the mechanical chicken. So the Yetis themselves don't have any special abilities, which means we are going to try our luck with each of them. Let's see if that works. Concentrate. Works very well so far. They did a lot of damage. I will give them that. Need to early counter heal. I don't want to throw a bubble and give them a little bit. Got potential mana for one more concentration, and I think I need to bubble this. Didn't even have mana for a bubble, so Lay of Hands is down, which means no AoE grinding these. They are just dealing too much damage for the level. Yeah, are just dealing too much damage for the level. It was a valiant effort, but it just doesn't work out. However, it was already a forecast or foreshadowing for what is about to happen when we're going to do the chicken quest, because there are 3 Yetis coming. If we can take on 3, that's fine, but 4 seems to be kind of really pushing it. So I'll just start single tapping these guys here and fast forward for you. Alright, we got quite a few Yetis down, and we finally got the Yeti quest. Next up, Gordon Brood. Warlocks, shamans, quite a few actually. So let's start with that. Killing ogres is always fun. Killing rare mobs even more so. Come here, Mr. Grizzlegud. All the while, we are looking for Black Group. Thanks to us having the mallet, are joining quite frequently actually. The only thing that we do not have is a tank, so that may or may not materialize, but it's irrelevant for this episode, as I'm not revealing dungeons that I've already done. We're just going to focus on the quests for Alice. So could have been better loot. Or half a gold. So it's definitely worthwhile doing the rare mobs whenever you can. So we're going to fight all of the ogres. There is Diamol waiting for us to explore it at a later stage and time. But for now, we need to focus on the smaller ogres, the ones that are here, Gorduni ogres. Since many of them unfortunately are casters, it's going to be yet again one of those situations where you're individually pulling them. I'll fast forward the kill quest for you. I'll do 1 or 2 kills on stream, and then the remaining ones off stream. What I will do though is show a stopwatch of the time that is the stream. We do not have world buffs anymore, so that's something to consider. Good, it's a pure kill quest. Might as well start the timer now. Let's see how quickly we can get these guys down. I would say like 30 seconds per mob still, maybe a little bit less, because we have at least a weapon now. But we're not well buffed. Take that into consideration as well. And these, by the way, with their knock-up, aren't great. The uppercut aren't great to be because that interrupts spellcasting, self-healing, and we don't want that to happen. So as you can see, around 30 seconds, a little bit of healing. That was not the fastest one. The warlocks should be a little bit faster. Oh, they're shrinking. That is funny. I was a dwarf before. Now I'm ultra dwarf. Good. So yeah, as you can see, we'll give and take 30 seconds in. I'll fast forward the rest for you. Alright, it took 10 minutes, pretty much on the tops, to kill all of the 20 odd mobs, so I just chain killed them. Now it is time to go to our next quest. Alright, so we did another quick quest here. Just freed some screechers.
Goddess bless you. Goddess
as a follow-up, we need to kill Grim Totem, Raiders, Shamans, Naturalists. So another big kill quest, which will be good, because there are plenty of these guys around. So for us, that means grinding them down. There we go. New timer, and I'll keep you updated. Oh, and as always, I'll just show you first. There's a few kills. Most of them are druids, some of them net. So not that simple. Definitely not AoEable. Alright, we got ourselves 18.5 minutes, besides the 30 mobs that you need to kill for that quest. I was a bit unlucky. I needed to kill potentially 10 more. So, as in previous quests, the half-minute per kill chain pulling technique still works, which I think is overall fine. I don't remember exactly just how quick the mage was, but with drinking breaks in between it was similar. We're just not having any downtime. What has happened though is we found yet another beacon. Let me show you. Where is it? Yeah, here we go. Another distress beacon, so that's 3 for 3. You can see all 3 of the beacons, and that beacon is going to happen right there. So we're going to have a bit of a fun quest ahead of us. Let's go, boys. Alright, here we are. Let's do the distress beacon quest and escort the chicken out. Likely going to be a bit more challenging than expected. Should have used buff food beforehand, but it's never too late. There we go. A little bit extra stamina goes a long way, even if it's just 60 hit points. Blessing of Sanctuary, because I am fully expecting that we're going to fight against multiple enemies. Got my nice little retribution aura on as well, so that should help. In the middle of a respawn. Okay, well, it is what it is. The big problem is not the individual respawn. I cleared this when going in, but Paladin DPS, although consistent, might not be fast. Still have a difficult time assessing how well we're doing DPS wise. Let's make sure pulling the bear is what he said before pulling the bear. That's no longer a triplet. Heal for us. Majority of the damage is coming from consecration. That will cost us dearly later. Could have pulled it off even without, but the stupid bear, of course, aggroed. Good, we'll use that bear as a drinking pause. Robo Chicken can tank it for a while. Let's assess. Potion cooldown. We get that for the next fight. We still have bubble, so that's going to be fine. We just can't completely tap ourselves. So there's
Still recharging.
I was almost ready for a grenade, by the way. Rebuffing ourselves. And I think since these are multiples, I'll just stick with one-hand shield. We still have target dummy, we do have iron grenade, we do have iron shield. The only thing that we do not have is lay on hands. Like I said, I hope that doesn't cost us dearly. If I'm not mistaken, there are 2 more of these encounters. As a mage, you can just frost nova them, let the homing robot continue running, and you're going to be fine. As a paladin, not that simple, and we are not buffed other than self-buff, so that's a bit of a problem as well. This quest is generally considered very hard, and for a level 46, it's, yeah, we haven't out-leveled the quest, so that's yet another issue. I've seen a lot of people die on that quest, which I won't let that happen unless there is a DC, but we might fail the quest. Good. There is another dangerous situation coming up now. Good work. Oh, I didn't want to target that. Might not be the worst. That means less damage for us, more damage for them. Which is okay. The target dummy will come. It's totally acceptable to use one. Good, we'll just get the blessing to regen a little bit more of mana. I'll drink in between. And then we're switching blessings again. On the downstairs there is yet another pull, and I definitely need full mana for that. That's the last one. I think it's 4. Target dummy is almost up again. Alright, got the correct blessing. We still got buff food. Yeah, it was 4, is or was 4. bubble and bandage. Took all of the cooldowns. So, we've used engineering, we've used bubble, bandage. We got both of our defensive cooldowns, major defensive cooldowns are used. They on hands and bubble. And it was still a relatively close quest. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, that was it for now. At least I don't remember that there was another big ambush. Might be wrong though. No. We're good. Whew, okay. Yeah. Gets the juices flowing, right? That was a good quest. Let's trade in the rest. Good. Time to trade in the quests. We got the mark of quality. Thick Yeti hides. Gives us stuff that we don't need.
See you later.
Improved quality, however, gives us more stuff that we don't need and would get us to there. 48. Might be pushing it a bit. We have other quests in the meantime. We can always come back for a quest. I mean, we're also close to 47, so might as well just do that quest the next time. For now, let's trade in the other quests, because we have more.
I am honored. Ashar Felal. And may the stars guide you.
And over a quest to Tenaris, which is good.
Ishno del Diab. Farewell. Del Madres.
And we got another quest here. So far we only have the Yeti hides. Fair enough. And over here we're looking at like what? I think that's the end of that quest chain, if I'm not mistaken. Of course, the guy sits at the very top. Must be a druid. Yep, you sure look like one.
Good luck, friend. Del Madres. May the stars guide you. Go in peace. I'm listening. Farewell. May the stars guide you.
Good, we need to go back over. Well, listen, those back and forth quests, they might be annoying in terms of just moving from A to B, but it's actually good XP. We need to keep in mind that we still do have, in terms of hinterlands, 3 quests, so that'll come in handy once we're getting there. The beacon quest and so on.
Goodbye. Ashar Felal.
Okay, and large leather backpacks. Let me just check something. You know what? That is another pretty sizable quest chain around the Silithus hive here, and we're going to do that the next time. As a general thought, I think we're finishing Feralas. Then if we're looking at Tenaris, we still got a quest traded in here, the beacon traded in here, handle with care we could do now, and Screecher Spirits also to be traded in. So There's a little bit that we can trade in the next time, which should move us pretty much to level 47. Then we're going to do Tenaris, which for me seems like a good plan. And once we're done there, I think the correct play for us will be Hinterlands before going to Searing Gorge. So Searing Gorge definitely has a lot of great level 47-ish quests, so that's perfect. That'll be a great option. But in Hinterlands, I think we're going to do the Skull Rock cleanup, the beacon, and Cortello's Riddle will be done as well. And then Hinterlands is done. That's just a nice little grab. Also, the 14-slot backpack will go a long way for us. So there's quite a bit that we can do there. In that sense, I'll end the episode here. Thanks a lot for watching, and enjoy your day. I hope we can continue that the next time when it is time for World of Warcraft Hardcore. Take care, and bye-bye.